Okay. So, welcome in the first episode of Thinking Out Loud with Pratik and Shivesh. Here we are discussing how to learn anything so fast that it feels illegal. I have Pratik with me and myself, Shivesh Thakur. So, let's jump into the topic. What do you say, man?
Yes, topic is very interesting, and in the age of AI, it seems very relevant as well because uh, I don't know where I have read this, but I have read this that in the age of AI, especially, it's not good to be specialized in something. It's good to be generalized in everything, so that you will able to learn fast and adapt yourself accordingly. So yeah, it's the age of AI, it's the age of adaptability. The more fast you will adapt to the new technology, the more fast you will learn those new technology, the more fast you will grow.
Yeah, you are saying it right. Just let me adjust my screen. So yeah, exactly. You are saying it right. But it is not only related to AI skills or new skills. Let's break it down for something very fundamental too. Like let's break the down. Sorry, let's break down the process of learning, which can be applied for anything. Like suppose you are learning to speak English, or you are learning sales, or you are learning AI, or you are learning anything like to interact with people in real life, learning anything, any skill which can be learned. Let's break down the process which people can apply to learn anything. Let's try to do it. I think. What do you say?
Yeah, we can do that, and then this is what we do usually whenever a new thing comes into our mind or whenever we see something unusual to our daily routine. So I think the very first step towards unpackaging it or towards learning anything is curiosity. You should have that curiosity, that eagerness to do anything what you have not seen. I mean, to go or to think about it in case you haven't, saw that earlier. So have that curiosity always, and that is the I think base of doing anything or start anything.
I have three, four ideas, and I want to go around them about this topic, and then let's see how it goes. So, how I want to start is that you, Pratik, or anyone else listening, think about the last thing you have been trying to learn. Like, for how long? 3 months, 3 years, maybe you are learning, but did you actually learn it to the point where you wanted to reach? That is the question. I'm asking to you also.
And I remember various times where I have started learning because of curiosity, but then daily routine things happened, and in my busyness of it, I forget to continue that. So consistency may be a problem. Yes.
Uh, Consistency, yes, but let's understand what is happening in the mind when we talk about it. Like it is not only your problem, or it is not only consistency problem. There are various factors involved in the learning something new. So let's say it. The first thing I want to talk about, very important, is information equals not learning. So in the age of so much content available online, we tend to the first thing we tend to do is go on the YouTube, search it, try to learn it. Maybe few gentlemen and women go and try to read some books, as you have also did for the sales thing. I remember it, and then few people go and try to learn from courses. So there are different ways of learning, but you have to understand these all things are information, and consuming them is not equals that you have learned them. This is the process, this is a part of process, it is a start. But just by consuming them, you cannot say, or you are not becoming better at that, you are not learning it, you are just consuming the information. This is the one thing you have to understand first of all. The second thing which you have to actually understand is that once you have started consuming the information, the best thing, you know like the fastest way to learn anything is that After having the foundation, which we all do by consuming the information from various sources, as we discussed, YouTube, books, courses, maybe learning from some friend, asking to someone, various ways. But you try to cover the 10-20% foundational information of that topic. It might be anything. And then the best way to learn it fastest is you go out there and try to implement it. As an example, what I'm saying is that instead of watching 100 hours of sales video, right? You watch one complete video, maybe it might be from starting to somewhere the all basics covered around 30-40 minutes, and then whatever you learned, go make 10 sales call and try to implement that. Believe me, after those 10 calls, you will learn far more than you will learn by watching more 20-30 videos or by watching 30-40 hours of more content. Because the actual mistakes you make when doing these all things, that learning is what is sticking with you, right? So one my favorite people, Naval Ravikant, I listen him a lot. He says one thing very clearly, that life is lived in the arena. So what does that mean is that, we can plan so many things, we can learn so many things, we can just strategize so many things, but actual life happens in the arena. You have to go out there and do it. Same thing happens with the learning. You can learn so many things, you can have information, tons of information, but until you go out there and implement it, until you go out there, make mistakes and do it, you are not learning. So the easiest way, go out there, learn 10-20%, and then do it in the real world. Implement it. Again, you will start it, you will fail it, no worries at all. Learn from the mistakes, repeat it, start again, fail again, learn, repeat. This is how the loop goes. The third thing which I want to really cover is that why do we not do it, Pratik? Like, this information is not very new, that you have to learn few fundamentals and then you have to actually apply it to learn it better. But why do we not do it? I'm asking to you.
Why do we? I raised the point earlier that because of the procrastination, maybe we are unable to do it consistently, or maybe whatever we have imagined is not in that scope. Sometimes these things happen that we do things, various things out of curiosity and try to learn those things, but we have never imagined that this will, turn out into something very beautiful. So because of lack of that, maybe we left that some in the middle. This is what I can get.
What you are saying can be part of it, but the real reason hides behind it. When you say that you are starting something out of curiosity, you're right, but there is no one is judging you. Like, it to you. But the moment you try to go out and put it in the real world, the moment you try to implement your learnings, because you are not good, you'll suck at it. And when this whole thing happens, the one thing which comes naturally with it is embarrassment. And that is what all of us is scared of, And the real learning happens at the age of embarrassment. You have to speak when you are not fully fluent and confident. You have to make those sales calls when you are not fully ready. You have to use AI when you are, before you are fully comfortable with it. So these all things you have to do. But while doing these all things, embarrassment will naturally come in your way, and you have to adapt it, accept it, and naturally go beyond it. This is the only process, and this I wanted to talk very sincerely, because information is everywhere, Pratik, but the only reason people don't do it because of embarrassment, the fear. And I don't know who says it, but yeah, Kunal Shah, my favorite, another favorite person on the internet. Recently, he became CEO of Global WhatsApp, so congratulations to him. He says that people try to protect their reputation when they have none. And that is really amazing quote, because when you have built none, what you are trying to protect and not doing something, there's nothing. And this is so, what do we say, this is so self-realizing that once you understand it, like you have to do something, build something first to protect something. So don't play the game, simply go there, go with the embarrassment, go beyond the process, become something, become someone, and then think about, if I do it, there will be embarrassment, should I do it or not? Anyway, we can never reach to a point in the life where we can think like this. We are always new to something, like the biggest people and the newest one, everyone will always be newer to something, to someone, and then you have to follow the process. The fourth thing which I like, the different idea, like if someone wants to leave the video, this is enough for them to go, to understand that information is not learning, and then you have to learn the foundation and implement 10 20, learn 10-20% and then implement it, do it in the real world, learn from your own mistakes, you'll learn fastest. The third thing I talk about it, embarrassment, you have to encourage it in the process. You can leave it here, the process is complete, but I want to put one more point here, which is my thinking, is that I'm an engineer, right? So important for anyone to learn something. Like you can leave the video by learning these three things only. I want to add my perspective, another bonus point, but these are the basics. You have to understand that information or consuming information equals not learning. Then you have to understand that the fastest way to learn is that learn 10%, 20% of the foundation, and then use it in the real world. Go try to implement it, do it by your own self, then make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, start again, fail again, keep doing it until you become master of it. This is the fastest way, rather than consuming 50-100 hours of content and thinking I'll start or do it when I will be better at it. There will never be a day when you will feel that you are better at it. So you have to go and do it, believe me. The third thing which I told is that while you go in this journey, embarrassment is gonna come your way, and you have to accept it, go with it, and go beyond it by only being in the process, by only being in this journey. The last point which I want to cover is this, that think of it, instead of learning as a student, why cannot we think of learning as a builder? Like how do students think? I have studied one chapter, now I have to study another, right? They think in kind of what they have to do. But how do builders think? What do I say?
Students think of learn anything in academic way. They should be not the primary or fundamental thing while they learn practical things.
Yes, but how do builders think is that they think of it as outcomes, like if I'm doing a project, right? So if I do this thing, this will happen. Now to reach where I want to reach, what I have to bring more, what I have to learn more, what I have to put in more so that I can reach where I want to reach. This is how builders think. And this makes the process very interesting, because now you are not adding burden in your mind by saying that I have to learn this and then this and then this. You are naturally chasing the outcome you want to be, and the process becomes very interesting because you are playing the game. You have added something, now you see you are very close to where you want to be, but there is a gap, and to fulfill that gap you have to learn more. Then learn more, do it, and then get more closer to the outcome you want to be where. Like this mindset makes the process interesting in terms of feeling like burden or boring, or oh my god, I have to learn it, do it. From that mindset, it can be like, okay, I have done it. To become here, to reach here, I have to do it. To fill this gap, I have to learn this more. So this mindset helps a lot. These were the things I wanted to talk about mostly. And the basics which all of us know, is that there are only three layers of learning, right? First, you have to understand it. Second, you have to apply it. And third, you have to learn it so better that, like, if you want to test how your learning is, so go there and teach it to some child, some student. Like, this is how the best way to know that how much you know it. If they understand what you are teaching them, five, sixth grade student, that means you have learned the topic enough. These are the three layers, understand, apply, teach. These are my thoughts. What do you say?
This maybe sound like a pep talk to someone who is like have no concern about what he is learning or what he wants to learn. But here is the deep truth which we all as a human need to accept that, especially in this age, yeah, as I have already mentioned that this is the age of AI. So already also there were various ways of taking shortcuts, but now with the help of AI and these emerging technologies, these shortcuts are very popular and becomes very influential as well, as many people are using it and you know doing the whole process in few minutes. Whatever you have said is something which a person who is a professional one and applying it in his daily life to earn money or maybe improve his whole status. But when we just try to focus on the thing which we were discussing, that how to learn anything so fast, first and foremost we need to understand that for learning anything so fast there is no shortcut to that. I mean, even though the title is saying that you will learn anything so fast, this nowhere means that by applying or by going through any shortcut you can achieve or learn anything so fast. This is the
So,
yeah.
the fastest way to learn is do not take any shortcut.
Yeah, it's to avoid shortcut, and that's where the wise thought comes that it feels illegal because nowadays many people will come even in his in the comment section of this video. Many people will say, "Okay, this is the old traditional way which Shivesh has told, and this seems illegal now." I mean, who follow all this stuff, man? You want to read a book, just search that book in the Google AI mode. That book, I mean, the synopsis of book will be provided in few minutes. So who will read the whole 150, 160 pages book? But this is not how it works. I mean, the skills which are not tangible, such as resilience, perseverance, will not come by using shortcut and learning anything so fast. The skills which I have mentioned will only come if you will go through this process, and that's why maybe I justify the 18 or 17 years of academia. Yes, in that curriculum we can add various subjects, we can add various updated knowledge. Of course, will not change the history, but need to add informative things which are today's relevant. So I will justify that 18 years or 17 years of academia, and no worries in that, because in that process people, the students get socialized and various things. I mean, even right now, if you want, we can't mention all the attributes which a student get in his or her academic period, but a whole character is developed in that period, and after then when we go to college and all, so we all do implementation, whatever the principles we have made, whatever fundamentals we have carried through, we apply it in college area. We have distraction as well, so our fundamentals, our principles get tested as well. So yeah, I'm going against the topic or moving ahead from the topic, but yeah, moving and strictly talking to the point, the things which Shivesh you have told is something which is going against the title, but again it may seem it seems like virtually, but if you go deeper, then whatever you have told is actually the real process of learning anything instead of taking shortcuts and having this in someone's mind that I can learn so anything so fast in this age of AI. This is not at all possible. There is time. There is that's why we say that value your time as a money. Why we say because it has that potential to make you anything. So yeah, that's what I think about all of this what you have said.
Yeah, exactly. Very well elaborated it. The two things I want to add, which I just got from your speech. The first thing I want to talk about is that you said now that the fastest way to learn is use the traditional methods, right? Do the boring things. Do not fall for shortcuts. And what I just came in my mind is that today, how many people can do one thing for 6 months? I mean, almost none. One in the thousand. It is so easy. Like you do something for 6 months, your probability of winning is very high because
Forget
people are
about
so
6 months.
distracted.
Forget about 6 months. People are not even cannot even watch a 1 or 2 hour lecture. The
Yeah,
thing which I mentioned, YouTube lecture or anything which is informative. They don't have that focus time. And again, let's forget about the focus time as well. People don't have that caliber also to think strategically. I have seen many people who can't think logically. I mean, the steps which we apply while thinking, we go strategize the thing step by step. That, for example, if this thing will happen, this will lead to this, this will lead to this, this will lead to this, and this all things are very practical and realistic. So many people I have often seen this. Many people are not able to do this as well. So forget about time, focus time. Forget about 6 months. Will they be able to continue for the 6 months or not? Many people are not even able to do this.
yeah, it is, and it is very horrible. And this is why anyone who is listening this should be very happy that people say that winning 10 years back was easier than today. It is very competitive. I say this is false. Winning today is very easy than ever. People are so distracted in this generation that, as he said, they don't have patience of watching a 2 hours lecture. Even few people do it. I'm damn sure people, we know, we see it from our eyes, cannot focus on one thing for 6 months. What people try to do today is they'll try to learn 50 things together. So after 6 months, they end up learning nothing. And the best way you can learn something is that prioritize one thing, do it consistently for the longer period of time, the amount it takes to learn to get better at that. And then you'll see over the period of time, maybe 3 months, 6 months of consistent practice, that you have reached from 0 to 8. I'm not talking about 10 because from 8 to 10 it's a different game. Now you are chasing the excellence. I'm not talking about excellence, perfection. What I'm talking about is becoming good. From 0 to 8 is very easy, and this is the game. And that is where people should focus on. The one more thing I want to bring here is that for learning anything, there is a set of repetition required, and it differs things to thing. Like it differs skills to skills. So, just for example, you play cricket, I play cricket, and most of the people watching this will like relate to it, right? When we go there and try to bat, so there is one shot which is called cover drive. That is not one day game, right? You cannot go there, hear from your coach, like you have to do it, and then you go bring the bat and you do it. That doesn't happen. You have to practice it, and there is a certain set of repetition required to reach the point where you can hit good cover drive. I'm not talking about hitting cover drives like Virat Kohli. That is, it will take years to reach there, but to even hit a good cover drive, let's set example of, I'm taking an example that it requires 100 repetition to hit a good cover drive. So you have to do the 100 repetition first. Like you cannot assume after doing 10, what am I not able to hit the good cover drive, because you are still 90 repetition away from actually when it happens. You have to understand it. This is where people fall again. Like they do for some period of time and then they leave. But you have. Okay. So I am saying that many people leave the game because of this thing, that there is a certain set of repetition required, and people think they have done 10 repetition, why result is not coming. But you have to understand that there is 90 repetition left to be where you want to be. So that is why the result is not coming. And it is so fundamental. If people think and look logically, it can look frustrating when you are in the middle doing practice, but you have to do it. There's no shortcut. If you really want to hit a good cover drive, you have to do 100 repetition first. You cannot expect the outcome in the 50 repetition. You cannot expect even in the 90 repetition. That is how hard it is. That is why most people leave the game, because they think that, oh my god, it's not happening. But my dear friend, you are not doing enough repetition required to be good at that thing. So keep doing. This is what I'm saying. And the best thing you can do is the funny part. When you know, Pratik, 100 repetition is required to hit a good cover drive, there are two type of people. One is, you can say, I'll do the all 100 repetition today and become good at hitting cover drive. You can say that I'll do one repetition one day and it will take you 100 days to hit a good cover drive. This is how the game of any skill happens. The faster you can do the repetition, the better you can get at that skill.
Yes, यही होता है भाई. I mean, hope you guys got the idea that learning anything so fast doesn't mean using a shortcut or avoiding traditional methods. It's about the skill. It's about the depth of the skill. So adapt accordingly, learn accordingly, and follow basics always.
Yeah, like the people who look naturally talented usually aren't learning faster. They are getting more repetitions. So always remember, like while others are consuming, you make sure you are practicing. While others are preparing, you make sure you are doing actually. While others want to feel ready, you make sure you are collecting experience with embarrassment, with the like countless fear we feel while doing it. Irrespective of anything, doing is very important. So keep doing it. And at the end, I want to give challenge to everyone. Like I have a 7-day challenge to you, Pratik, also to me, also, and to everyone else who is listening. Like pick one skill. It may be anything: English, negotiation, sales, communication, like social skills, AI, whatever it is. Finding a good partner, dating, improving your looks, whatever it is, pick one skill, 20 minutes of learning every day, and then 40 minutes of actually doing it. And then at the end, before sleeping, 10 minutes of summarizing to your own self, like record a video or teach your own self, or if you have a child, tell them what it is. Simple. 20 minutes of learning, 40 minutes of actually doing it, and then 10 minutes of teaching. Maybe record your own video or just teaching someone else. Take this challenge for 7 days. No exceptions, no excuses. After 7 days, you will feel that you have learnt more on that thing than years you have been trying to learn. This is how powerful this is. Believe me, I have done it myself multiple times. That is why I am so much confident into it, and I believe it will work for you people too.
Yes, definitely.